going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck. All right. I want to do a video talking about, as you see in the title, P. Diddy's entire lawsuit. The lawsuits, the trial, everything. But we're gonna take a look at it through the eyes of some animated cartoons, just to have some comedic relief. Anytime you have a high profile case like this and people get arrested, there's always some fantastic animations that's posted in videos where they just get clowned. Basically. I mean, the things that P. Diddy has been accused of doing is something that he's been accused of doing for many, many years, which is baffling to me as to why anyone with a soul or conscience would even want to try to defend this nasty piece of crap. So I am here for it. I'm not going to dive deep into the case itself. I recommend Dear Woke Christian and 1,001,582 others. I just came up with some numbers. All other YouTubers and content creators that are covering P. Diddy's trial, but I don't want to cover it just straightforward. I want to cover it, with some comedic relief. And we're going to check out some videos. And each video that I, bring up, I'm going to, give the channel, the content creators that created the content. And you guys make sure you go and give them a shout out, show some love, like the videos, subscribe, and show some support. I hope that you guys enjoy this. This is just, we got to laugh. We just got to laugh. And, fortunately for P. Diddy, it's going to be at his expense. All right, let's get started. I want you guys to make sure you hit the like button and share these videos. And if you're enjoying what we're doing here in the Lady Luck Club, please subscribe and consider becoming a member. There is some great content that I plan on posting up. I'm doing videos all weekend. It's Mother's Day. I just get to do what I want. And I plan on making at least 2 videos that is going to be available for members only. So I encourage you guys, if you can, please consider that. I am still waiting on YouTube to offer me the free 10 memberships that we all receive each month. Content creators that are eligible to do memberships get 10 free each month. But the last time I tried to actually gift memberships, it wanted me to pay for it again. I've done that before. It was like $50. It's like I can't keep doing that because I'm broke as hell right now. But I do want to make sure that people are able to enjoy the perks that come with the memberships. I do have a few videos in the membership channel. A couple are still available to the public, but I will be on this weekend pushing some more content to the memberships only, especially where I'm going over these fantastic court documents and lawsuits, especially ones you can't find everywhere. So yeah, no, that's a treat for the members, and they deserve it. They have invested in the Lady Luck Club and decided to get a membership or a subscription. For those who did purchase one, and I just can't thank you guys enough. It is a blessing to me here. I am broadcasting from the $400 studio. I want to thank all the supporters that made this possible and have supported this channel in so many ways. And you can continue to support by simply hitting the like button and subscribing. All right, hit that like button. Let's get to it. Oh man, first we're going to check out the actual news clip itself from ABC 7, and then we're going to get into the animations. It's going to be epic. All right, make sure you guys hit the like button as well. I appreciate you all so much. Let's get to it.
Jury selection has begun in the sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs. He potentially faces decades in prison, but there can be challenges seating a jury in such a high-profile case. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda live in our newsroom with more as this process gets underway. Carlos.
Well, that's right, Michelle. Dozens of potential jurors are being questioned. And because of how famous Sean Diddy Combs is, a lot of the questioning is about what they already know about the case and if they can be fair. One prospective juror dismissed after she said listening to the kind of testimony expected would make her uncomfortable. Sean Diddy Combs smiled and
Wow.
hugged his attorneys in U.S. District Court.
Wow.
Combs is charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Both sides today are questioning potential jurors as they look to see 12 people who will weigh evidence in this trial and ultimately decide Combs' fate.
Of course, they're all going to know who Sean Combs is, but they're going to need to find jurors who, despite the fact that they are familiar with Diddy, they still can be fair.
Back in March of last year, Homeland Security agents raided Combs' $40 million home in Holmby Hills. They also raided another home in Miami on exclusive Star Island. Prosecutors claimed during the raids, federal agents seized more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
This is in Miami, y'all. In Miami. So here's the thing. When you're selecting jurors, each side gets to ask the jurors, a series of questions, and then they can kind of weed out from there because, the justice system is supposed to make this as fair as possible for both parties, especially in the type of proceeding this is, the criminal proceeding. So you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, and you want the most impartial, neutral, and unbiased jurors that are available. So, I know this is a kind of a fantastical idea. It may never happen, but I've always said if someone goes out of state, let's say they have multiple properties in different states like P. Diddy. He has, a home in New York, I think California, clearly in Miami, where these raids are taking place. If he's claimed some level of residence, personally, I think they should have those types of hearings in some sort of, mutual place, like maybe in Washington, D.C., and then allow jurors to come in from each of the states that he claims residence. And understanding crimes like this, he didn't just commit them in one state. He traveled around the world doing the things that he was doing. So if you can't find reasonable, a reasonable number of jurors that will be fair and impartial and be able to look at the evidence, testimony, facts of the case, and the law to help render a proper and just ruling, why limit it to one state? I mean, especially if he has residence in other states. I get that typically when there is a crime committed, even if you don't live in that state, you're, having to answer to the charge in the state where the crime is committed. This isn't a lawsuit. This is criminal charges here. So he's already in jail right now. The judge, just would not revoke the jail time and give him probation. And I don't blame the judge for doing that, because at the end of the day, he's a high profile celebrity that doesn't want to go to prison. And, he was out here intimidating people, intimidating possible witnesses, having his goons just out here, basically torturing people to the extent where, it's going to cause you to think twice before you go in and testify as a witness. So with the intimidation and just knowing that he has money and he has wealth and property and assets and probably could make a bail, unless it's like $1 billion. His bail would have to be 2.5 billion. And honestly, that's not enough, because Lord knows we do not want him to even make that bail. And his attorney tried to offer, him and his attorney tried to offer like 50 million voluntarily. And it's like, no, it's almost like you're trying to pay the judge to not think about this from a reasonable stance to say why you should not be granted any level of bond or anything. You don't need to be out on bond. Nope. Your flight risk, you're out here intimidating witnesses. You got your goons out here intimidating witnesses while you in jail. Hell no. Kick rocks, bro. Enjoy that sloppy grits and oatmeal. No one cares about him throwing a tantrum. And there are celebrities trying to support him, which is even worse. Celebrities trying to support this goon. And it's almost like, can they not read? All they have to do is read the court documents. What are you supporting right now? But those same celebrities, Kanye West, would not want anyone to do that to his daughters. He won't want anybody to do that to his kids. He doesn't even want their mother to have them on social media, which I can understand to an extent. I'm a parent. I get it. But if he's so adamant and he's willing to go on videos talking about, Kim is just, she's baiting me and all this. Okay, why are you standing, up for some pet? I mean, he does this consistently. He did it with Bill Cosby. He did it with, he's doing it with P. Diddy. I mean, he's sitting here trying to support these people when he's not even reading a damn lawsuit filing. It's as if he's tapped out of this reality and doesn't care what's going on. So this blind loyalty and trust, I don't understand, Kanye. P. Diddy does not pay your bills. What the hell do you owe him? And when you go out your way to fight tooth and nail to try to defend these people that are actually being found guilty or being charged where there's strong evidence to show what they've done. Bill Cosby went to prison for a reason. Why are you sitting here talking about, they need to be released? That's like, okay, God forbid this happens to his daughters. I can guarantee you he would not feel the same way. He probably would have made sure P. Diddy disappeared a long time ago if that was his daughter caught up in this. The hypocrisy is so stupid. It's hypocritical on steroids. It's so dumb. And it's, and I Kanye is the prime example, but, you can't blame your dumb decision making, in every situation on any mental health issues. Because now you are insulting those who really have mental health issues and they don't say and do half of the dumb shit you say and do, Kanye West. So you can't blame everything on your mental health. You can't do that. Some of these choices you're making because you want to make it, and it's still making you look stupid. And when that happens, then he wants to sit here and try to hide behind his mental illness. Stop weaponizing that for the wrong reasons. It's ridiculous. So yeah, P. Diddy is in jail. He should not be out on bond. He can kick rocks. All right, let's finish this up so we can get to the cartoons.
Complaints allege baby oil was laced with rohypnol, which is known as the date rape drug. The central witness is Cassie Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend. This 2016 video obtained by CNN shows Combs kicking and dragging Ventura.
What a punk he is.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
One juror saying
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the words "I'm sorry" or "I apologize." Okay, let me keep watching because I didn't hear him say that. And if that's all they're going to show, that's not an apology. That's a stunt. That's him following I don't even know if his attorney told him to do this. But either way, whatever voice in his head told him that this was okay to do, going in the video like that, it's almost like, dude, as much as I want him to go to prison, why are you doing this? Get your ass off social media. First thing these celebrities want to do with all this money is go on social media. Like that's not going to be used against them in the court of law. You have the right to remain silent, dumb. My God.
She'd seen a still image of this, describing it as a potentially damning piece of evidence. The judge asking, did you form any opinions of the guilt or innocence of Mr. Combs? She responded, I learned not to. Everything is alleged and there needs to be evidence presented. According to sources, at least 4 witnesses or accusers who have already filed civil suits against Diddy. Combs and his defense team saying all of those sexual encounters were consensual.
It's going to come down to the quality of the witnesses.
When you are lacing baby oil with rohypnol, you're practically not giving an opportunity. And what if you're talking about baby oil now? It's not like a small shot or drop or something in a cup. You're talking about it being in a 16-ounce bottle of baby oil. And I can guarantee you it was not diluted. Probably just as much rohypnol in the baby oil bottle than there was of baby oil itself. And you're rubbing this all over people. They're not eating and drinking it. So obviously it's being absorbed through the body. How in the hell did he not expect? Like somebody could have OD'd on that. Then what? Maybe someone did. We just don't know. Allegedly. Whatever.
that they call, meaning
It's not
how
consensual.
persuasive are these accusers? Remember, these are people who also filed civil lawsuits against him. So we don't know yet. This is not an easy case for prosecutors.
The judge is hoping a jury will.
So no, it's not supposed to be easy for prosecutors. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you know what? No, I'll take that back. Why wouldn't it be? All they have to do is have someone come in and actually say, hey, we did some research on the Rehypnol in the bottles. We put it underneath a microscope. We did some tests on it, and we've discovered over 70% of the baby oil itself, you know, is actually majority Rehypnol. Like, he settled the lawsuit with Cassie. Did he not? Didn't he settle that? That didn't go through the court. There was no hearing, a trial, or anything on that. He settled it. So to go back and say it was consensual when he settled the lawsuit where she said, no, it wasn't, is the dumbest lie ever. It's like these attorneys are getting dumber and dumber by the day. Don't even offer an excuse or a statement if you know it's going to come out stupid and contradictory. And these judges need to call out these attorneys when they are doing that. I saw the video and you sitting here talking about it was all consensual. How? Explain it. Explain how it was consensual when he's settling these cases. He's not even allowing it to go through court because it's that little thing called discovery. He doesn't want the evidence of the matter to get out. You go to court with that type of lawsuit, you know what happens? Those court documents are released to the public. He's already got, you know, evidence that's going to be televised, that's going to go through this criminal proceeding. But I mean, I'm sure most of it is from the civil lawsuits. And they're talking about it was consensual. Oh my God. For fuck's sake. Okay, let's get to the cartoons. We all need a good laugh. I need a good laugh. All right. Oh, this is the saddest ever. Like I said, I'm gonna just make sure I give a shout out to all the content creators, especially to Day and Night Cartoon Network. They allowed, you know, a lot of content creators to react to their videos, and plus it gives them exposure. Gives exposure. So let's see here. I want to start with Day and Night Cartoon. That's what we're gonna start with. Okay.
Look, you're not actually going to get anything.
Ads, you gotta have them. Say it. So, ironically, here's the first video that we gonna check out. Y'all, this animation is something else. Oh man, so good. Okay, so shout out to Night and Day Cartoon Network. They're fantastic. I've subbed to their channel. I already gave it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys go on their channel and show some support, show them some love. They have 22.2K subs, but they're racking it in with the views. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. So let's check out the first one here with and I think this is their most recent. Diddy apology to Cassie and collab with Usher in the studio with a song dedication. Oh God. Okay, let's get to it.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
Look at this picture of me.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Not gonna lie, like this Pixar animated version here, it looks way better than he does in real life. And y'all look at this over here. What's going on in is that a mirror? Isn't that supposed to be a mirror? Oh my goodness. Okay, so y'all can see what's going on here. This is of course the hotel thing, but oh my God. This is he needs to stay in jail forever.
Disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab.
And he still learned nothing because his attorney is still talking about all of those cases were consensual. So he learned nothing.
Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Stop weaponizing God.
I'm so sorry.
So who directly?
But
wait, was it too difficult for him to say, I'm so sorry, Cassie? Was it too hard to say that? You already settled the lawsuit. Was it too hard to direct the apology at her? Whether she accepts it or not is a whole different story. But at least be sincere in directing the apology to the person you have hurt and harmed. It's like he's just speaking in the cosmos right now. He's the worst.
I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
Good.
I'm truly sorry.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit right.
Yeah, I would not have known. This is Usher. I still can't recognize it. I personally don't think Usher has the best of singing voices. He's always been an entertainer. He can dance and stuff, but when it comes to vocalists, I could literally find 25 good male vocalists that would just beat him on his best day. It's just vocally speaking. Oh yeah, I could pull up 25 male vocalists that could just make him look like a cockroach on Usher's best day vocally. Just destroy him epically. He's just not that great of a singer. But yeah, okay. And I'm sorry. This animation also looks better than him in real life. Oh my God.
I made no excuses. My beat on
Is that auto-tune?
Inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions. In that video, I was disgusted. I was disgusted. Then when I did it, I'm disgusted. Now when I sought out professional help.
Y'all, they took what he just said and turned it into a song. Oh my God, I'm just not catching this. He's singing this, I don't know, this shit apology that P. Diddy just gave here. So they turned this whole shebang of what he just said, all this gobbledygook. Wah, 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 wah. He turned it and they made a song with it. They just put a beat and some music with it. This is something else. Okay, I'm so glad I literally just caught that. Oh man, that's so good. Well done, Night and Day Cartoon Network. Well done.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My beat up on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility.
This is something else.
In that video, I was disgusted. I was disgusted. Then when I did it, I'm disgusted. Now when I sought out
Oh my God.
help, I had to go into therapy and go to rehab.
It's so difficult to reflect
Oh
on
man.
the darkest times in your life.
Not gonna lie, that worked. We all know it's his shitty apology, but the way it was arranged with the music and the beat, and this Pixar version sounds way better than Usher in real life. The human. Oh man, I'm telling you, Usher can't sing. Whatever. You can disagree. I don't like his vocals. But this is something else. Well done. That was creative. And plus, I don't have to worry about, as I react to this, a copyright because somebody's copyrighted music is in this. So this was very clever and very well done. And we get to react to it without having to worry about a copyright claim. Thank you, Night and Day Cartoon Network.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
That's crazy.
I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out.
And that we all agree on. We're all disgusted as well. That's the only thing I agree with him on. He's disgusting. Thank you for saying all of that we've already come to the conclusion as a society and humankind that you are disgusting. We've come to that conclusion already. Well before even Cassie's lawsuit was dropped. Many people realized years ago what he was doing and what was going on. So it's taken this long to get to this point where he finally is just having to answer to the nasty, horrible, disgusting things he's done.
Professional help. I'm going to therapy.
That man, it's cartoon over here.
Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
That's something else. That's something else. Oh my God, that is something else. Oh my God. And then long pauses and the whole silence thing. It's like pause for effect. 3, 2, 1. I'm so sorry. Like these long pauses. Get out. You're not even saying her name. So who cares? And since he's not expecting forgiveness, don't be mad if she doesn't. Don't be mad if she does not forgive you. Whatever. I mean, how you forget it? That was just, oh God, he's horrible. Okay, let me go to the next one. I have about 3 from the Night and Day Cartoon I want to check out. Where's my list? Hold on, guys. I gotta pull this up. I keep doing this. I saved all these videos I wanted to check out. I'm not understanding why my playlist is not showing up like this, but either way. All right, let's get to the next one. Night and Day.
Of a prolonged term.
Hold on.
Tonight, Sean Combs makes it official. He's rejecting the government's offer to plead guilty and spare himself the possibility of a prolonged term in prison. When asked if he turned down the offer, Combs answered, "Yes, I do, Your Honor," as he stood in a baggy beige jail uniform.
Yeah. It's your boy Pixar Diddy, back with another vlog from the Metropolitan Detention Center. You know what I'm saying, Daddy? Yeah, man. I'm still holding my head up. No baby oil. You know what I mean? Still baby oil-less. This the second day of the pre-trial, you know? Baby oil-less. This the second head up. No baby oil. You know what I mean? Still baby oil-less. This the second day of the pre-trial, you know? They still combing through the jurors, no pun intended, trying to pick the right ones, you know? And they tried to make your boy accept the plea deal, which I turned down, because you know I'm innocent.
Terms were not disclosed.
No, you're just dumb. What the hell? Once again, he settled Cassie's lawsuit. If nothing else, don't you think the prosecutor is going to use her testimony and her lawsuit that you settled against you in this criminal matter? Are you kidding? They're trying to lie about something he decided to settle. If he was truly innocent, he would not have settled that lawsuit with Cassie. It's common sense. No one needs to go to law school to put that 2 and 2 together. This is absolutely insane. Is that how he looks? He looks like just a broken man. And I don't care. Is that he got the gray beard and the whole goatee thing going and his hair? So what was he doing with his hair before he went to jail? Was he dyeing it and laying it down and pressing it out or something? Jerry curl juice. How was that going? Come get your soul glow.
But prosecutors did say a plea could result in a shorter sentence for Combs than if he's convicted. The decision guarantees Combs will face trial beginning just 4 days from now that will test whether one of music's most prolific figures used his power, wealth, and fame to sexually exploit both women and men for decades.
And I'm sure when this is all said and done, I'ma still remain innocent. You know? I heard Cassie is supposed to be a character witness.
Yep.
Which is really a joke to me, because everything they alleged that I did, if I had actually done those things, Cassie would have been right there with me.
What?
Making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying, Daddy?
Combs is
Oh my God. She wanted to leave him. He wouldn't let her. Clearly, the hotel video footage is a prime example of her trying to leave his dumb ass. And he literally chased after her in a towel. And still managed to throw her on the ground, kick her, and then force her to come back to the hotel room. Why not just let her go? You should have let her go. She ain't got to be with you. So what we see with our own eyes in this reality is a piece of shit that wants to continue to get away with what he was doing and lacing baby oil with Hypno. Not caring if someone overdosed. And now he wants to sit here and call Cassie a joke when he settled her lawsuit. Oh my God.
Not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges.
Plea deal, you
of
idiot.
coercing alleged victims into prolonged drug-fueled sexual activity that he called freak-offs and threatening them into silence.
But I'm gonna hold my ground.
He did threaten everybody.
Like, I never trafficked no one.
That
I
music.
never embezzled nothing. Nor did I touch anyone inappropriately who didn't want to be touched in that way.
Oh my God.
Every freak off I was in, it was consensual.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, Daddy? I'm Sean Diddy Combs. Who wouldn't want to have a freak off with me? Everybody love me.
No, we don't.
Even the haters love me.
No.
You know what I'm saying, Daddy?
I'm sorry, hate and love are antagonistic words. So you can't be hating and loving. One of them things got to give, okay? No. Those who hate you. That's it. It's just that simple. No. Why is the jail cell orange? Orange is his new black. Only black thing in there. Well, I'm not gonna say black. Only brown thing in there is him and that bench. Oh, and the pipe from underneath the sink there. It looks a little brown. But no. That's it. Everything else is orange. Some hue of an orange something. Man, who is he calling daddy? I mean, is it something he's calling the general public? Because who the hell he talking to?
Daddy. Because I'm the embodiment of love. I'm brother love himself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Love.
Combs will ditch the jail garb and wear ordinary clothes. As his lawyers argue, the evidence shows consenting adults being intimate in their own way. Jury selection begins Monday, David. Prospective jurors have already started answering written questions. If Combs is convicted, he faces what could amount to a life sentence.
Yeah. You know, Roach.
Hey, yo, what the hell is that? Yo, what y'all got? Roaches in here, man?
That's your cousin.
Oh, hell nah. Yo, God. Yo, God, y'all got roaches in here, man.
Y'all look at the look on the roach face. The roach is more scared of you, you idiot. This roach is terrified. It's almost like, what the hell is this person doing in here? This has been my house for 20 years. The roach will win every time. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, there's a roach in your cell. You should probably have them put in your bed at night. God, grown man scared of a roach. Yeah, that sounds about right. The roach is even more scared.
Y'all got roaches in here.
This is good.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to call the exterminator or something. I don't want none of this in my cell. Y'all know how I feel about roaches from my last interview.
I like 15 roaches on my face. Don't ask me how I know it's 15, but I promise you it was more than 15, but I don't want to really like bug you out. All over my face. And I said, never again. I said, never
That's
again.
so nasty.
You know, he did it.
Y'all look at the roach on his sleeve over here. Look at this. With the roaches on the sleeve of his shirt, on his right shoulder. All right, left shoulder. What the heck? I'm assuming that the roach was not meant to be a part of the shirt, but you know, it's there. This is so funny.
You could do it. If I did it, you could do it.
Oh my God.
If I did it, you could do it. Dad, look at this what I'm looking at. We all deserve this if we could get it. You gotta go get it, man.
Do you struggle to
Oh my God. We're gonna check out one more. Hold on, we gotta check out one more. Ads. You gotta have them. All right.
Very interesting day and a very busy day here at federal court, Stephen, Natasha. A lot is on the line for Sean Diddy Combs in this federal sex trafficking and racketeering case. If he's found not guilty, he walks out of the MDC a free man. If he is found guilty, he's looking at the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars.
That was real.
Yo, this Sean Diddy Combs, a.k.a. the Dilla, a.k.a. Baby Oil King. You know what I'm saying, Daddy? Yeah, this trial day, and I'm out here. Well, technically, I'm in here still, locked in, no bail, no baby oil, no $500 haircuts, no black dye for the head or the beard.
Now, several dozen prospective jurors were questioned today by Judge Arun Subramanian as the jury selection process got underway.
Yo, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. This is my first time watching these videos. I resisted the urge long enough. This video here, of course, another one from Night and Day Cartoon Network. What was this?
Way in full force.
Hold on.
Now, everyone being
Okay, this was put out on 3 days ago. Night and Day is not playing. They've been cranking out the content, and we just saw 3 videos in a row. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
considered this week was part of an original group of 700 potential jurors who filled out questionnaires and they weeded through that number last week. Many were disqualified. So today, Sean Diddy Combs was in court wearing his court-authorized new trial uniform, which was a white shirt, a black sweater, black pants, sitting there, and glasses, paying very close attention to every single word that these potential jurors were saying, as well as what the judge was saying.
You know what I'm saying? Just my great funky ass rotting away in this jail cell. But I'm holding my head up as much as possible, Daddy. It's tough, though, you know? They only let me eat prison food, even though I insisted that they let me hire my personal chef to cook the meals for the whole prison, including the warden. But you know, me being a black man.
Is that what really happened? I'm telling you right now. I've never even kept up with P. Diddy. I can't even, like, aside from songs that I just remember hearing on the radio, I have no idea what he's done outside of 2-3 good songs that was just wore out on the radio. And All About the Benjamins being one of them. That's pretty much, and 2 others. I can't even name them right now. That's how insignificant his music has been in my life. I mean, this is crazy here. it's like the entitlement is so it's just unbelievable. The entitlement. Did he really try to hire a chef to cook for the entire prison? So he's just making himself comfortable at home. All right, cool.
And they turned that down, just like they turned down my $50 million bail I offered up. Even though
because
let
they
the
can't be
man
bought.
Michael Jeffries from Abercrombie out on bail. You know what I mean? He put more holes on his private jets than I did, flying them all over the world. But you know, that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Daddy?
No.
Even though the world bought me hate, I'm still brother love in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Now, his lawyers, they did question some of them. By the end of today's session, more than a half a dozen were disqualified for various reasons. Now, Judge Arun Subramanian, one of the things he mentioned several times during the day, both the morning session and this afternoon session, was that jurors, obviously, many had already heard of this case, but the key point was whether or not they could base a decision and base a verdict on what is presented as evidence in the courtroom.
Me being in here, I was able to reflect on my whole life. Even though I'm locked down, baby oilless, no De Leon tequila, no watermelon Ciroc, no Carisha, no parties, no Frenchie, no Ray J, no Bow.
Ray J.
No
Oh my Lord. Yeah, and that Ray J is another one. Out here trying to get attention, talking about he's staying with P. Diddy. Don't you have a daughter as well, Ray J? As a matter of fact, your sister is the famous one. Because you can't sing either. All these non-singing weirdos sitting here trying to band together. What the hell? And Kanye West. I don't understand. Ray J, it literally, what stake do you have in this? He has nothing to win or lose for the most part. So if nothing else, Ray J is just doing this dumb by standing by his side for attention. Because, you know, he was never famous. No one ever cared about Ray J after he was done with Kim Kardashian, of course. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why, aside from his sister, only other reason why he became anything. Because he had a S tape out there with someone that has still more money than him. This is crazy. He said no Ray J.
Bieber fever, no Usher, no nobody.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Lord.
But I'm still grateful though.
Now, there were a number of jurors who were disqualified today because of being sex assault survivors or having somebody close to them who was a sex assault survivor. Also, law enforcement people, anybody related to law enforcement, people who had.
Wait a minute. If they're asking the jury, do you know anyone that is a sex assault survivor? I mean, that literally could be half the planet. At that rate, you'll never get a jury. And then you just have to be more specific in the questions here. You don't ask broad questions like that. I think everyone knows somebody that has been SA'd at some point. Even if the person doesn't talk about it a lot. 98% of the human population knows at least one person that's been SA'd. So how does that somehow, that broad general question, it's going to be really hard to find people who's never been or connected to someone that has been SA'd. That's a hard pill to swallow. You're not going to find a whole lot of people that can say I don't know anyone that's been SA'd. I've never been SA'd. I am SA'd free in my life. No. So they need to be specific here. It's like they're asking these general questions, hoping to weed out everybody. Just take the plea deal.
Encounters with the criminal justice system, and there were also people for various jobs and duties that they did that they took issue with, but they were very careful about it. It's really, as one jury consultant told me, a deselection process at this point, where they are eliminating people who are not qualified to serve. Now, one of the other reasons, there were several jurors who were disqualified because of their lack of proficiency in English. Some of them could not even fully understand understand the instructions that the judge was giving to them. There were other people who were there, and because of things that had happened to them, domestic violence incidents to people that they loved, were disqualified. And also another question that kept coming up, because there was an additional questionnaire for these semifinalists, if you want to call them that, in the jury pool, was basically, would they be disturbed talking about sexual acts?
Couple things I miss. First and foremost, I miss my kids. You know what I'm saying? They my heart. Second, I miss my barber.
Okay, yeah. So while you are here committing these dumbass crimes, you could have been thinking about your children at that time, but you didn't. Because, you know, you believe you're so entitled that you should just be, I guess, devoid of consequences in life. And the worst part is his mother didn't help that shit at all. Whether you agree with that or not is irrelevant. Because instead of her doing the right thing and getting her son to admit the truth and to stop these charades because you're wasting tax dollars, it's like she's been kind of pampering him this whole time. No mother wants to see their child caught up in a situation like this. But if he is out settling federal lawsuits against him, as opposed to fighting it in a hearing, what does that say about P. Diddy, the nasty piece of shit? What does that say about him? Innocent people don't sit here and just settle for millions upon double-digit millions of dollars. Innocent people don't do that. And then he's offering $50 million for a bond. You know what? I wish I had my hands on $100 grand right now. I really do. I'll pay my bills, pay down, student loans, take my kids to Universal Studios, just have a good week, of fun and enjoying some rides at a theme park, just doing something to just kind of enjoy life. And he's got access to hundreds of millions. And somehow he thinks that he can just buy his way out of this. Nope. You can get over it. Enjoy prison.
Third, I miss a nice big old slice of chocolate chip cheesecake from Junior's. You know what I'm saying? From over there in Brooklyn. And if I was home, I'd make somebody walk and go get that cheesecake today. You know what I'm saying? God. Like, go get that. You know what I'm saying? So I can take that. I just want my fans to know I love y'all. And even though I'm in here, I can still feel y'all support and love. You know what I'm saying? All I ask for is your prayers and continued support. They picked my jurors today.
With other jurors as they were deliberating on a verdict, and would they be upset or traumatized by talk of descriptions and evidence and testimony about sexual assault?
I hope they are.
I'm just praying I get a fair trial. You know what I'm saying? They always trying to keep a...
Or you can take the plea deal. The end. I mean, you hoping for a fair trial? Let me tell you something. Every juror that sees all that evidence, looks at the hotel video camera footage, here's the testimony of the witnesses, especially Cassie, they're probably going to be disgusted halfway through. As a matter of fact, I'm disgusted right now at the thought of a bunch of baby oil bottles containing over 50% of Rohypnol. And that's just my theory. Because it had to be strong enough for someone to actually feel the effects of that drug when they have baby oil put on them. They're not drinking it. I mean, in that case, it could have just laced up, the bottles of wine or whatever he used to serve drinks. I mean, why baby oil? That's some disturbing stuff right there. And anyone with a conscience and a soul would be disturbed. Anyone.
Black man down,
Oh, God.
And they trying to keep my black ass in here for these crimes I didn't even commit.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm guilty of is being black, rich, successful billionaire.
Oh, God.
Who likes to work hard and play harder. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about no traffic, no drugs, or anything like that. All I know is music, making money, and having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So just to let y'all know, can't nobody hold me down. Oh, no. I gotta keep on moving. It's like the jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. You know what I'm saying, Daddy?
It's extremely thorough. Seeing that process firsthand there inside the courtroom was really an eye-opener for me. And I know it was for a lot of the other people in there too, because they're very concerned about how the jurors will react to the type of evidence that is going to be presented. And also the other key concerns.
I'll tell you how they're going to react. What the hell? What are we looking at? Yeah. That's about 3 good reactions right there. That's how they're gonna react. Guaranteed, hands down. They may not be able to do it in court, but when they go into the breakout room, they're gonna all be sitting there like, you see this shit? What the hell are we reading? Is it real? These are real English words on paper. This is what he did. Are we seeing the same video? The baby oil have rehypnol in it. Like, they're gonna have so many reactions. I could do more if you want. The reactions will be endless.
Concern was obviously the tremendous amount of pretrial publicity that has happened, that has been out there in this case, an unprecedented number of documentaries, and also, you know, that people, could they really make their decision based on the evidence in court, not what they've seen in a documentary, not what they've seen in the media. But that's what's happening today. This will continue with day 2 tomorrow. Guys, back to you in the studio.
But I'll be out soon. I'll be out before my next birthday.
Oh my God.
Oh, and fabulous, baby. Don't forget you still owe me that party in our birthday suits. We gonna talk. Oh, and to my homeboy, Ye. We gonna get this, you know what I mean? We gonna take this game over.
What?
You know what I mean? Just wait till I get out, Daddy. Just me and you.
Daddy.
This your boy, Brother Love, and I'm out. Love, love, love. Take that. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Y'all, that was priceless. Oh my God, that was epic. I have more, but I think that's enough. I gotta do a live tonight. So that's man. This video is already almost an hour. That was epic. Well done, Night and Day Cartoon Network. Well done. I hope these videos go viral too, just like the one they did about Club Shay Shay. I mean, oh man, grown ass men just effing up like this with all this money. You would think, you know, if you're sick and tired of being rich and you feel like you got to do dumb things like that, just share the wealth. Send me $1 million. Shay Shay and P Diddy, just send me some money. I can just catch up on my bills. Send me $1 million. Since y'all want to see and throw it away on stupid shit. You know how much it costs to get all those baby oils and all that rehypnol drug? Who gave him all of that drug to put in dozens and dozens of bottles of baby oil? I know damn well that was not based on a, you know, like a prescription from a doctor or anything. Where is he getting access to rehypnol? Oh my God. All right, P. Diddy, enjoy prison. I really want you to go for the rest of your life. But, you know, at the very least, since you decided to be stupid and not take the plea deal, now the entire world gets to see all that evidence play out, because there's no way in hell this case and this hearing should not be televised. All the hearings should be televised. I'm tired of the sketch artists. All right. I hope you all enjoyed this. There are a whole lot more cartoon videos that I wanted to get to, but oh my God, this was epic. You guys make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and check out Night and Day Cartoon Network. Shout out to them. And thank you all for allowing me to be able to react to your fantastic content. Keep it coming. And until the next one, later luck out. Deuces.